What's up, guys? This is your boy, Mr. Kibi. I am now in the bus ready to travel to Kisumu. So, this is how the inside of the bus look like. It's an executive one. This time round, I decided to use Easy Coach. I was sitting at the back because I booked the seat late, so that's why I was sitting at the back. But it was really comfortable and cozy, as you see, the infrared lights, very nice and cozy. The music was not too loud. I really like these lights because whenever you are inside it, you feel more comfortable, the ambience of it. So that's why it gives you that sense that you want to sleep. So finally, this is where I was in Nakuru, and whenever you're in Nakuru, that's where the first stopover is. So just I was moving around just to freshen up and stretch, and also decided to get some refreshments. I decided to buy some water and also some yogurt because I didn't take supper, and also get some fresh air. This the time was around 2 a.m. Yeah, so those are the buses that I was telling you about, the AC coach that I decided to use. So it's one of the best bus companies that if you would want to travel for a longer distance, especially if you are going to the North Rift and also the South Rift parts of Kenya, like also all I think all Nyanza except Nyamira. So I would highly recommend these bus services. However, they are not cheap compared to the rest of the other companies. Yeah, because on average, the other matatus of the main or the vans charges about let's say $12 to $15, but for this one, you pay around $17 for the same route. Yeah, so here that's inside the bus. That's how the bus inside look like. Yeah, so that was me walking around the aisle before I check on the seat. So sorry for the portrait camera because I didn't want to capture the images of people that were in, but I just want you to have a feel. So finally, I arrived in Kisumu. Yeah, so that's the booking parcel services for Kisumu. That was my last destination. I arrived around 5:30 p.m. Oh, sorry, 5:30 a.m. So that's close to 8 hours that I was on the road. Yeah, so here I decided to just sit and wait for the sun to come in so that I can be, because I had also another commitments. I was doing some job related as well. Yeah, so I decided to just wait to up to around 7:30 so that I can be able to take a taxi to where I also had other commitment to do. So that's how the this bus terminus in Kisumu looks like. It's very cozy and cool. It's well planned and maintained. It has its own independent terminus. Yeah, so it has very ample parking space that if you want to come and pick someone, there's a place that you can park, even dropping someone. Yeah, so finally I've gotten a place to go for a shower room for these bus services. So whenever you get a ticket, you also have a chance to use their washrooms. Yeah, so I saw these washrooms and they were really nice. So I decided to let me go and check them out. Yeah, so this is where you when you after you've washed your hands, you'll be able to warm there. Also, I love the water that it was really running, really nice. Yeah, that's me with mirrors. I love mirrors. Just admiring myself. So let me show you how the toilets, also the washrooms, look like. Yeah, you see they are well maintained and they're cleaned. Yeah, part of the package that comes with when you buy the ticket. But if you are just a resident or you're just nearby there, you will pay something like 20 shillings, maybe close to 2 cents. Yeah, so that's Kisumu, guys, for you. That's me in a border going to take another matatu because my destination is a place called Kolenyo in Seme. For those who know Kolenyo in Seme, drop a comment on the comment sections and let me know if that's your home place. Yeah, so that's Kisumu. Or for those who are the residents would call it Dala. So what does Dala really mean? Yeah, so that's Dala, but formerly it was called Port Florence briefly by the young Kavirondo taxpayers. The Kavirondo are the ones who are among the people who are fighting and for liberation of this country during the colonial and imperial times. Yeah, so that the policemen that they were controlling the traffic, ensuring that the traffic was seamless around the town. Yeah, so there was at this time was around 8:30, so the traffic was not that much. Given the Kisumu being one of the largest cities in Kenya, actually it is the third largest city in Kenya. Yeah, so that's the roundabout on your way going to Kolenyo. Yeah, so that's some of the shops. You could see some border riders and along the road. Those are just matatus that are not going main to. Those are matatus going to Bondo actually, but are the ones who would just stop along the way to pick and drop passengers. So maybe I would not recommend to use this one if you are going to Koleno because it will take a lot of time before you can arrive. I would advise that you take those ones which are at the stage. Yeah, so guys, that's the road to Koleno, very tarmacked, well maintained. Uh, I was just having fun. See, it's my third time, actually the fourth time being in Kisumu. But as a young YouTuber, this is my first time to film Kisumu. It looks different on camera. Yeah, it makes you to admire and want to visit, which I would recommend that whenever you're in Kenya, don't just stick with the normal Mombasa or the coast and Nairobi. There's also some other hidden gems here in Kisumu. You see the very nice trees along the road, which beautify the city. Actually, it was voted among the beautiful uh, and cleanest cities in East Africa. I think for 5 times consecutively between the years of 2000 and 2005. So maybe the current county government should now pull up their socks to be able to maintain Kisumu to its former glory. Yeah, so those are people going upon their normal duties of buttering their bread, looking for ways to earn some extra income. So that's the famous three-legged tuk-tuk. Yeah, I don't know what's the name of in India. So in India, there's a very funny name that they call it. So that's a tuk-tuk, a modernized motorcycle. It's a tricycle. You can use it to move around the city. Yeah, so those are shops that are in Kisumu. Those are the some of the avenues. I don't know which was the name of that avenue. If you know it, you can just drop it on the comment section and let us know what's the name of that street. Yeah, so that's United Millers of Limited. I think they are milling maize or corn into flour. Yeah, or maybe also the for the rinsing flour or the wheat flour that you can use it to make those kind of pastries, including the famous Kenyan one called chapati. Yeah, so that's Kisumu, guys. Let's journey together to the ends of this earth, of these parts of Kenya. Actually, you'll be able to see the lake. Kisumu is a lakeside city. Is the largest city in the lake. Actually, the lake covers three countries of Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Tanzania has the larger portion of the lake, and Kenya has the smallest portion. There are so many islands in that lake that you can be able to explore around it. You can make it as a circuit. So Kisumu is the largest among them. There is the part of Uganda like Jinja, Port Bell, and so forth. In Tanzania, you'll be able to have towns like Mwanza and Bukoba, also Musoma. So you can even take a water bus that's being manufactured by the Kenya Ports Authority, plying the routes of from Kisumu to Bukoba directly, or even Mwanza, Musoma to even Uganda. Yeah, so that's Kisumu, guys. You see, the serene environment, very green, well maintained. You don't even, if someone can just pluck a photo of this place, you may even notice. So if the and tells you that this is somewhere in Central Europe, of course, without showing you the pictures of the people, you could easily pass it for that a city in maybe Croatia. Yeah, so I don't know whether you'll be able to see the lake. Yeah, so that's the roundabout, Kondele roundabout, going to one of the slums in Kisumu called Kondele. It's prone to violence and especially during elections time. Yeah, but now the calm has been restored. Yeah, so it's really safe to travel through it. Yeah, so Kisumu has really changed over the years. The last time I was here, like 2 years ago, this roundabout wasn't there. Yeah, so but for this road, I would not recommend that you pass it when at higher speed because it has so many bumps along the road, which is really nice, so that you can be able to control the speed of the drivers and also be able to reduce on the number of accidents. Yeah, so just look at the lush and green environment of Kisumu. I think because it's the rainy season, so that's why the trees are green. Also the environment, also those compounds, yeah, so they're really green, well maintained, and manicured well. I think it's because of the current rains that's being experienced. Yeah, so that's the gas station, guys, for Otongolo. There's a center called Otongolo. You'll be able to see the signpost as we continue. Yeah, so there are many cars along that route. I think they are going to Bondo and then maybe to Uganda. Yeah, so that's the national. Actually, it's called Kisumu International Airport, guys. So Kisumu has an international airport. You can be able to fly directly from uttermost parts of the world directly to Kisumu because it has an international airport in that place. So Kenya has a number of international airports. There's the largest one called Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. That's the largest airport in Kenya. We also have Moi International Airport in Mombasa. There is also Malindi International Airport. That's in North Coast Malindi. I've been to Malindi before, and I have some videos of Malindi, so you can be able to check on my channel about Malindi. I've lived there for almost 13 months. Very nice place. I would also compare that with Kisumu, given the high humidity of this place. It's really hot, guys. Kisumu is something else. I think it's because of the high humidity of this place. Yeah, I had some very heavy jackets and a sweater. I was looking like an Eskimo, but it was worth it. It's better safe than sorry. So that's the road that leads to the airport and out of the airport. Yeah, so you can just drive in and then you can, yeah, and pick someone. Yeah, so as you can see, it's very large. It was expanded, I think, recently after being given that status of being an international airport. Yeah, so you can land there with your private jet. Yeah, and get to explore Kisumu. Yeah, so look at that environment, guys. It's really amazing. You can't believe this is Africa. Yeah, so sometimes I'm really sad about the stories you hear about Africa, that oh, it's really hot and dry. Uh, People doesn't have cars. There's no electricity. There's no water. But as you can see, there are electricity lines. They are very nice and modern houses. Very nice roads, green and cool. Yeah, so those facts, these are some of the things that you don't get to see on the media. That's why, as YouTubers, as me personally, I've decided to be able to be sharing these kind of stories to you guys so that you can be able to demystify that fact that also in Africa, there are good gems and good places that someone can visit, and it's not what you see on the media gives is something that you take it as a gospel truth. At least you'll be able to see for yourself by an independent reporter. Yeah, so I was using public means, guys. So that's why you would see that my videos on the left side. You're not able to see the road ahead because I was using public means and I was on the back. Yeah, so guys, that's still you are still on the road going to Coqueño. Is it really Coqueño? Yeah, those the Luo names are really difficult to pronounce. Yeah, so I don't know which is the name of this factory. So those people who are coming from this place could tell us what's the name of this factory. I was trying to see the signpost, but I wasn't able to be able to identify what's the name. But it looks like it's a run down company, maybe during their heydays. Or is it, or this is Kibo's Sugar? Someone could tell us. It's appearing like it's a ghost town. Yeah. So guys, we are now at Otongolo. Otongolo. I don't know whether you've heard. There's a famous song, or is it a narrative by a guy? He was a student back then, uh, called Otongolo Times. You still remember a song goes by it goes like this. Owerio Kisumu Otongolo Otongolo. Sorry, my singing is not good. I I have a coarse baritonic sound. I'm not able to to sing the song, but I think it's something that you can Google and see. He was one of the biggest stars at some point. The former president Uhuru Kenyatta adopted him as his son. Yeah, I think after being given good things, he decided not to continue with the narratives. I think if someone can share this to him, we need more of that, those kind of spoken word and narratives. Yeah, at some point the narrative was saying, we need money because your younger brother has impregnated the chief's daughter. Yeah, my the Luo accent is bad. Yeah, so guys, we are still on the road. The journey will take us about 30 minutes. So this time we were halfway. Yeah, so we decided to fill up the gas for the public. The driver decided to put up some gas, but here in Kenya we call it petrol, or is it diesel? The prices nowadays are really skyrocketing. It's almost $2 a liter. I don't know how many or is it the same case with where you are coming from? The prices, including kerosene and diesel. But that's life, guys. We have got no choice. Yeah, so those are roadside kiosks. Yeah, so people trying to make a living along the roads. You'll be able now, we've gone to interior parts, so we are now approaching Seme. So that's why you're able to see some cows along the road, not so many houses or yeah, fancy houses. Yeah, so the current governor of this county of Kisumu is Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. He was the member of parliament of this place, for Seme, Seme for many years. Yeah, I think close to 20 years or more. But now he's the current governor. Yeah, so Seme looks green than I thought. I thought it's one of the drier parts of Kisumu, which it is. The last time I was here, the place was really dry. But now, given that there is anticipation of El Nino, and then the rains has not really failed us this year, that's why you're able to see that it's really green. I don't know where that road leads to, but it seems that most of the places are tarmacked. Yeah, so if you have your 4x4 or even the front wheel, you can be able to maneuver around these places because the roads are really tarmacked. Even the ones that are leading to interior parts, which is not tarmacked, at least the roads are passable. They are all weather roads. They are not marrammed, but at least they've well maintained it. The drainage is good, so the water is not stick on the road, and also the soil is clay soil, so it's able clay and a bit of sand, so it's able to drain some water, so not be able to get stuck. Also, the land is really flat, yeah, with some stones, very big stones. At some point, you'll be able to stick around, and then you'll be able to see some very nice stones called Kit Mekai. There's a name of the conserve of a national park. I've forgotten the name where Kit Mekai is. I think Kit Mekai in Telugu means stones. Yeah, so these crown paints. I don't know what's the name of this factory, but it looks like it's a factory that manufactures paints or something else. Yeah, so that's Kisumu, guys. You are still on the road going to that place. So now, guys, we are at Kisian Junction. The road on your right goes to Ugenya, but now the one on your left goes to Bondo. All the two places are in Siaya. All these routes goes to Siaya, so it depends where you're going to. So if you're going to the current leader of opposition place, uh, Raila Amolo Odinga place, Bondo, Opoda Farm, yeah, Bondo kwa baba, you'll use this road of Kisian. But now the ones on the right that you left goes directly to Ugenya. But of course, if you are in Ugenya, you can as well go to Bondo. It's also possible, but this one is the shortest route. So that's Kisian, guys, junction. Yeah. Still, the environment is really green. It has not changed. Yeah, and the road we are so far doing well. It's smooth, just enjoying and soaking in the views, the nature, the environment. Yeah, and people have very nice cars and vehicles here. I don't know where they are getting their money from. Was seeing some Range Rovers, some Mercedes. Uh, Kisumu people, you don't jog. It's even the houses. There was that trending post. So is it a page? Is it a group on Facebook called Dead Capital? That people of these areas are constructing houses that they don't get to live in, and I was seeing those kind of houses. But I don't think there's a problem if someone gets to invest their hard-earned money in the upcountry, because they are giving the jobs to the rural folks when they are constructing, and also changing the face of that rural community. Should not always be the grass thatched houses, and I don't have any ill connotations about grass thatched houses, but at least be able to change the face of these areas. When you, if you have your money, why not construct? You can even convert it to a Airbnb, and then people can come and get to experience the village life. Yeah, especially if you are coming from the Europe or Americas, at least be able to enjoy the motherland. Yeah, so this is Nyasiongo Center, still in Seme. We stopped a bit to pick some more passengers. Some were alighting. Yeah, and then the journey continues. Yeah, so they're very nice houses. You can't believe this is the interior parts of Kisumu. Actually, the interior parts of Kenya. But you can be able to get these kind of houses. Yeah, this is Africa, guys. Yeah, trees and trees and trees everywhere. Actually, I would like to commend Kisumu because of the trees that they are planting as an environment, as a protagonist of environment, as an environmentalist and conservationist. Yeah, this is really commendable job that people are able to plant trees. Yeah, to reduce the global warming and be able to arrest that CO2, the greenhouse gases being emitted to environment and causing global warming. At least the trees are able to convert that CO2 into energy and starch, and then now we'll be able to have the oxygen and breathe. I don't know whether you've seen that Westgate. Also, Westgate is here, guys, in Kisumu. It's not only in Nairobi, the Westgate Mall in Nairobi. Also, is here in Kisumu. But yeah, so those are the Kitmikai stones that I was telling you about. Really nice, very nice. I wish I had stopped here to take some great photos about of those stones and that place. At least people can be able to identify that I was here. Yeah. So guys, we are almost to our destination. So more and more stones, more and more stones. And also, actually, they're not stones but rocks. Those are rocks. Yes, you can see the rocks. Yeah, it's synonymous with Seme. Actually, they are called Seme Hills. And actually, I think even the flag, yeah, so something, or the map of Kisumu has, so that's those kind of rocks. They are really large, kind of stones, and I think they are even sacred. That's why people have not broken down them for use of for construction, which is really nice for posterity. Yeah, there are some plantains or bananas here. So as you go deeper and deeper to the rural parts, you'll see the mud houses. Yeah, I think because of the heat, people would construct the mud houses because at least it makes the house cool inside. Inside, yeah. So those are still the cool environment of Kisumu, the trees and everything. Some rivers going through. I don't know what's the name of that river that just passed. Yeah, so at this point, guys, we were cruising at almost 75 kilometers an hour. I don't know how many miles are those an hour. I was using a Nissan that's which has a capacity of 14 people, but we were being stuck in there like sacks. Yeah. So guys, we are back. This is now still Kisumu. We are back to Kisumu town after running some errands in Kokenyo. So I'm back to Kisumu. So I'm just soaking in the views of Kisumu city. Kisumu city. So those are the environment. So the city center of Kisumu. Many vehicles, many vans, and those are vans, the 14 seater, many borders. Actually, a lot and a lot of borders. The borders. I don't know what's the name of that park. Is it Central Park? Maybe someone who knows the name of that park could tell us. Yeah, I was seeing some people getting to relax there, and city is well maintained. Yeah, so that's one of the famous supermarket chains here in Kenya called Quickmart. I think it's the second largest supermarket chain. Yeah, so and more borders or the motorcycles and tuk-tuks. Yeah, so that's the CBD guys. CBD. Yeah, so at this point I was using the also a border as well, the motorcycle to just take me around Kisumu, soak in the views, see how Kisumu is made of, seeing the palm trees and trees and that are in this place. Yeah, so the place is really cool. You would not even realize that you are near a lake despite the humidity that's being experienced. Yeah. I think these are one of the best roads to go through. Yeah, I think this is the central bank of Kisumu. Yeah, there's one in Kisii, another one in Eldoret, and then Mombasa and Nairobi. Yeah, so as you can see, very nice cars. Yeah, you're seeing some BMW, the double cabins. Yeah, the V8s, the Noahs, and more double cabins, the V8s. Yeah, cars. So it depends. You're spoiled for choices. Yeah, if you want to see the latest model of a car, I now pronounce that you come to Kisumu City and then you'll get it. Yeah, at this point you are moving really fast. That's why you're not able to read some names of these places. Yeah, yeah, I think that's the county government headquarters at the back there. Yeah, so I think some of the offices have been there before. There's an agricultural office, yeah, and the Uduma Center that is in that place. Yeah, so at this point I was going to Dunga Beach. Yeah, Dunga Beach is one of the best places to view the Lake Victoria. Yeah, so check up for the part 2 of this video. You'll be able to see some very nice photos that I took there, and so get to experience the breeze of the lake, and so get to enjoy this very nice breeze, and also the trees of this stretch of the road. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I think this is the most beautiful road that I've been to. Yeah, and it was really cool, the trees and everything. I think it's one of the up end high estates, if I'm not wrong, of this place. Maybe for the Wahindis and and the well-off in their society. Yeah, so bye guys. Check out my second video